Hey everybody, it's Cory Ballard. I'm back again with another video, and it is a very exciting video today. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is a dream come true because I am finally going to review some cartoons. I always said that I wanted to review cartoons, but I did some videos before about people talking about cartoons. So it was like a review of their review of cartoons, but I haven't personally done any cartoon videos where I'm just talking about them, how I feel about it, whatever. So in celebration, I got on my cartoon shirt here. I want to start off talking about a cartoon that started off for me, which is Rugrats. Um, yeah, it was one of the cartoons that I watched as a child, and I always feel a bond with Rugrats because they literally were like born the same day that I was born, back in the same day in the same year that I was born. So I always felt like we were like the same age, pretty much. Even though on the first episode, Tommy's turning 1, so he was born a year before me. But yeah, and like I said, I got my shirt, my little shirt. It's got the Rugrats on it, Rugrats on it here. I'm looking at the camera and looking at my shirt. It's confusing me. I got the Rugrats on here. This guy, what's his name? Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life. Ren and Stimpy. Eliza Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries. Who else? Yeah, and Hey Arnold. Can't forget Hey Arnold. Gerald on there. All Real Monsters. Yeah, so I'm ready. And like I said, I always wanted to do this. I was apprehensive. I didn't think that I should do this. I thought maybe it was a little immature, and I never saw anybody talk about old stuff. So there are a few people who inspired me. I was watching YouTube and I saw this person. I always saw people talking about like reality shows and television shows that were on. But I saw this one vlogger. His name was Smurf Vlogs, and he inspired me because he was talking about cartoons. He was watching like movies, old movies and cartoons, and I never saw anybody do the cartoons, old stuff that wasn't on at that moment before. And he was doing cartoons, and he was grown, and so I felt like doing the cartoons would be childish or something. But I love cartoons. I've always loved cartoons. I actually wanted to draw cartoons, like make my own cartoon and be a cartoon animator and stuff like that when I was younger. And so he inspired me. And another person who also inspired me was the YouTuber named Bondi Blue. And Bondi Blue, she reviews just about everything. She reviews a whole bunch of reality shows, television shows, you name it. And she also started reviewing. You can't see my hands. I'm trying to move them and put them in the camera. But anyway, Bondi Blue, she started talking about stuff that was on when she was a child and stuff like that, old movies and television shows as well. So she also inspired me. And so that's why I decided that I was going to go ahead and do this. So I'm very excited and happy. This is a dream come true. I finally made it. My bad. And it's also an exciting day because I finally got a tripod. Yes, I got a tripod. I'm so excited about it. It's very nice, and it got me looking good in the light and stuff. And it has a little lamp, a light on it as well. So yesterday I wanted to do this video. I was doing some other videos, and I wanted to do this video yesterday, but it had gotten too dark and the light was not sufficient for the video in my living room where I'm recording right now. So I said this cannot happen anymore. It really like lowers my morale when I can't create something when I'm in the mood to create it. And so I went out and got this light, and I also got this tripod. So now I feel a little bit more professional, and I feel like I can make videos at any time of the day whenever I feel the creative urge, and it's really going to be helpful for me. So I'm very excited, and I decided to start with the Rugrats, like I said. So I'm going to just start with the first episode. It's called Tommy's First Birthday. It was first released on August 10th, 1991. I think I'm gonna just say when the original air date was on the videos because I like that type of information. So, what was I just about to say? Crap, I forgot. I was talking about the light and the lamp and stuff like that. Crap. Okay, so I'm just gonna like go over, and then I had some interesting things that I didn't know about when I was a child, when I was looking at it, and or different things. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Just just make a few little comments here and there. That's it, and get off here. And yeah, so Tommy's First Birthday. So the plot of it was Tommy Pickles. He is a 1-year-old. He's turning 1 year old. He's a baby, but he can talk. And we're introduced to his parents and his family and his friends and their parents. So we're introduced to Tommy Pickles, Stu Pickles, Dee Dee Pickles, Grandpa, whose name is Lou. Also, Stu's brother. Stu is Tommy's father. Stu's brother, so Tommy's uncle, and his cousin, which is Drew's daughter. Dee Dee and Stu are married, so their niece, Angelica, who is like the antagonist of the show, of course. This is moving around while I don't know. If you watch the Rugrats, you know that, of course, that Angelica is the antagonist of the show. She's always hindering the babies in their plots and confusing them and making fun of them and teasing them and tricking them into doing different stuff because they don't know any better. And who else? So the babies, they come over, Phil and Lil, which are twins, brother and sister. Their parents are Howard and Betty. They come over and they bring Chucky. Chucky, his father does not appear in this episode, so we're not introduced to him. His name is Charles. I just realized that Chucky might be a junior because Chucky might be some type of nickname for Charles. And I never even realized that when I was growing up. So, I know what I wanted to say when I was about to start talking. When I started watching this episode for this purpose of this video, I was like, oh no, a school bus is right in front of my house. It's really difficult doing the videos. I'm trying to get the light in here, so I open up my blinds, but I get distracted by the cars. Anyway, so what was I saying? They trying to mess me up again. When I was sitting down to review this episode, when I watched it, I was so excited, and I had all this child wonder, like this childhood wonderment put back into my life by watching this. So it was very exciting. And yeah, it's just great. So what was I saying about the show? So yeah, Charles, Chucky, the name might be correlated, and I didn't even know that as a child. But Charles doesn't come. Betty and Howard bring Chucky along with Phil and Lil to the party. Like I said, Tommy's having his first birthday party. His parents are throwing it, and Dee Dee, she's obsessed, and she wants to be like the parents on TV, and she follows Lipschitz, the Dr. Lipschitz. If you watch the Rugrats, you know about Dr. Lipschitz. Dee Dee's guide to parenthood. He's like a psychologist, and he writes books and stuff like that. He's a specialist, He would be the type that would be on Oprah or something back in the day. So, so she follows his every word, and she wants to be the perfect mom, and she wants to do everything right. She's making a health food birthday cake. I wrote down this note because I didn't even pay attention to the type of cake that they said she was making for the birthday party. She was making a carrot bran cake. Like bran, like raisin bran, carrot bran cake with health nuggets. I don't know what health nuggets are. And that's not a good birthday cake in my opinion at all. No. So she hired some puppets, a puppet show, and She wants to have a perfect, healthy cake, and she wants to raise Tommy according to the laws of Lipschitz. And she's freaking out because everything's not going right. And Stu is also more cool, calm, and collected, and more neurotic and just carefree about it. And so he's like telling her to calm down. And then Grandpa, he's old. He old grumpy guy. He lives with them. He's Stu's father. So he's just telling them that they're overreacting, they're being silly, and they're doing all this stuff, unnecessary stuff. When he was raising kids, they didn't do all this back in his day. He's that type. Back in my day, 15, that's his favorite thing to say. 15 this and 15 that. Which you'll find out as the show progresses. That's his like catchphrase. 15 something, whatever. Right? And yeah. So Dee Dee's freaking out. They're telling her to calm down. She won't do it. Meanwhile, Stu, he's a toy inventor and creator, so he's making Tommy his own toy for the birthday, and it's a crazy machine. I'm not really sure. I can't even explain. I guess it was just like a spaceship or something. Like it's supposed to float around. It was called I wrote it down, a hoverama. So I guess it was just supposed to float around like you play with the remote car. It's just like a remote spaceship type of thing. So that's what he wanted to do. And Stu, his inventions, his toys, they never work. I'm getting a phone call right now. So they never work, and so he was doing the whole episode. He was trying to finish it up. What else happened? I said that we were introduced to them. Also, Spike is the dog, the family dog. I hope this doesn't show up in my video. I'm getting a phone call. Spike is the dog. And then Dee Dee's parents come to the party as well. They're Boris and Minka. And they're older Jewish people. So I think this is where the nanny got their inspiration from. What else did I see? I wrote down that Tommy, he usually wears a blue shirt in the episodes. That's his thing. That's his outfit. Or I think he's on my shirt. He's on my shirt. You can see a little bit. He has a blue shirt. So on this first episode, he actually wore a red shirt. I think it's the only episode where he changed his clothes. Well, he wore a few different shirts, but yeah, he wore a red shirt in here, and he wore some suspenders. So that was an interesting thing about the episode here. Grandpa, he uses old time words. So one time he called Spike a big galoot, and I looked up what a galoot was because I never knew what a galoot was. I know people say galoot, but I never knew what it was. So it's a clumsy or oafish person. So that's what a galoot is. If you never knew, now you know. And what else happened? So Howard brung for the present for the birthday party for Tommy. He brung them some baby monitors that like go in the bedroom, so you can hear the baby crying and stuff. So they went out, and Stu and Howard and Drew and Grandpa, they went outside to play with the walkie-talkies themselves. So I didn't understand this part, so I just wrote it down. They said take the walkie-talkies out back to see what they can do. I don't know what taking them out back was gonna show them that they couldn't do in the house, but that was kind of funny. And then I also learned that Drew was an investment banker. He said that in this episode. I never knew that. I never heard him. I didn't recollect him saying that. I wasn't paying attention. I probably, if I was, I probably didn't know what an investment banker was during that time. So he's an investment banker. So I never knew that. And and yeah, so it's all about this birthday party, but everybody's trying to make it all perfect. But all Tommy wants to do is eat dog food on this episode because he saw a commercial about it, and he's interested in it, and he thinks that it'll make him turn him into a dog. So him, and then he tells all the other babies, and so then they all want to eat dog food. So they all try to get dog food together. And so all the adults are trying to get the gifts right and make in the living room, make the puppet show work and stuff like that. And all the babies are interested in are getting dog food to eat. So they finally get dog food to eat, and it was funny because they ate some and then they spit it out. But then Phil and Leo said, I kind of like it. How do you like it if you spit it out? And I almost threw up. That was crazy. So they ate the dog food, and then they proceeded to act like dogs. And that was the end of the episode, pretty much. So, yeah, I learned a few things that I never knew. When you go back and look at stuff from when you were a child, you can learn a lot of stuff. So, yeah, those were the interesting things I found out about that episode. And that's it. I'm Cory Ballard. Thank you for watching. Watch my other videos. Watch my playlist here on YouTube. And subscribe. And what else? You can follow me on social media as well. And I have a podcast, a radio show podcast on Spotify. So you can check that out. It's Cory's World of Music on Spotify. And I have about, more than 50 episodes up there. And I play music on there, old school and new school music, and a mixture of independent and established artists and things like that. So go ahead and check that out. I'm going to get on off of here. I'm still so proud of myself for doing this because I wanted to do this for a long time. So I'm going to get off of here. Do the outro here. Do. Can't end it. End it.